the ground shifts. Genre: legal drama / family saga / social justice. Synopsis: Amara Caldwell is a 39-year-old black attorney in Washington, D.C., known for her sharp mind and cool courtroom demeanor. She works in civil rights law, but when her aging mother, Dolores Caldwell, receives a sudden eviction notice from her family's home in Charleston, South Carolina, a house they've lived in for 60 years, Amara is pulled back into a past she thought she left behind the landlord. Clinton Rice is a wealthy, influential white real estate magnate with deep Southern roots and a reputation for shady dealings. He's trying to flip the historic black neighborhood, Holt's Crossing, into luxury condos, but he needs the last few holdouts like Dolores out of the way when Amara confronts Royce. He makes thinly veiled racist remarks, assuming this is just another small-time case. But Royce has a deeper grudge decades ago. His father lost a land dispute to Amara's grandfather, which humiliated the Royce family. Now, Clinton sees this eviction as a final act of revenge, a way to erase the last black family that ever challenged his bloodline's dominance. The legal battle: Amara files suit, accusing Royce of illegal eviction, racial discrimination, and violation of the Fair Housing Act. As she builds her case, she uncovers documents suggesting that Royce's company illegally altered zoning maps and bribed city officials to force black families out. But Royce fights back viciously, using his political connections to stall the case, smear Amara in the media, and even have her law license investigated under false charges. He hires Elliot Brandt, a high-profile defense attorney known for defending the rich and untouchable. Family secrets. As the case heats up, Amara's mother reveals a long-buried family secret. Years ago, Royce's father and Amara's grandfather were entangled in a violent incident during the civil rights movement. Amara's grandfather was nearly killed by a mob, and while publicly Royce's father was part of that mob, in private, he saved him not out of mercy, but because he feared federal retaliation if a high-profile black figure was murdered on his land. This tangled history complicates Amara's feelings, while Royce represents generational racism. There are gray areas in the past that blur the lines between villain and victim. But she chooses not to let history excuse present injustice, twists, and escalation. Amara finds a whistleblower inside Royce's company, Janelle Vega, a Latina accountant who provides proof of widespread fraud. Someone sabotages Amara's car, nearly causing her death, making it clear the case has become life-threatening. Royce's own daughter, Caroline, secretly reaches out to Amara. Caroline despises her father's bigotry and offers key testimony. She knows about hidden bank accounts used to bribe city council members. The courtroom showdown in a powerful courtroom finale. Amara cross-examines Royce, using his own racist emails and secret recordings against him. She forces Brandt into a corner by leveraging the whistleblower's documents and Caroline's damning testimony. Royce is visibly rattled, his arrogance cracking as the weight of evidence mounts. Amara delivers a closing argument that resonates nationally, framing this as not just a legal fight, but a battle for the soul of American communities being erased by greed and racism. Ending: the jury rules in Amara's favor. Royce is ordered to pay millions in damages, loses several properties, and faces federal investigation. His empire collapses as investors and allies abandon him. In a final, bitter scene, Royce visits the old courthouse steps, where his father once stood proud, now realizing he's the last of a crumbling dynasty. Amara doesn't just win the case, she spearheads a new initiative called Grounded Justice, aimed at reclaiming black-owned land across the South through legal action and community trusts. Her mother, Dolores, keeps her home. But more than that, Holt's Crossing is declared a historic preservation site, protecting it from future gentrification. As Amara stands on the porch of her mother's house, watching the sunrise over the neighborhood that survived, she knows this was never just about law. It was about belonging, legacy, and shifting the ground that too long stayed still.